Hello, stars. Welcome back to Life More Radiant. Today, I'd really like to talk to you guys about some of the comments I received on my last video. Two of the words that I came across in the comments were brave and vulnerable. When I was filming the video, I never felt like I was being brave or vulnerable. I felt nervous filming myself, but I wasn't uncomfortable talking about depression or arthritis or bipolar. Those aren't scary things to me. To me, it just felt like I was talking to a friend over coffee. So after a few days of trying to figure out why the perspectives were so different, I finally came to the conclusion that it all comes down to fear. Fear is one of the oldest emotions we have. I think the reason I didn't feel brave or vulnerable about discussing taboo topics like bipolar is because I have no fear of them. So let me tell you how I think of mood disorders versus emotions. Mood disorders are chemical imbalances in the brain. However, emotions come from the subconscious mind. You have the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. So sort of the underlying lizard brain or the more advanced human brain. Both the subconscious and conscious mind work to help you get through your life, to keep us safe. The subconscious has no voice. It can't communicate through words or body language, so it sends up these emotional signals. These signals are made up of the emotions that we experience. They are the subconscious mind's way of talking to the conscious mind. Okay, so that underlying lizard brain trying to talk to the more developed human brain. One of the big problems with the subconscious mind is that it interprets everything through sensory input and is unable to put any context to what is happening. It is simply taking in information and throwing out emotions. It reacts in self-preservation, whether or not that's needed. That's why the conscious mind is so valuable. There are several reasons that the subconscious might send up a fear signal. Some come from instinctual fears, fire, falling, things that all creatures have a deep embedded fear of. Then there are some others, like something new, something unknown. If you've had a bad experience, you may experience fear in similar situations. This is your subconscious mind trying to warn you that it sees something it thinks can be a potential danger. I'm sure you know, or may even be, somebody who is ruled by their emotions. They are allowing their subconscious mind to rule them. Oftentimes, these individuals are stressed out. I am a very emotional person. I don't know if this is a personality trait or if it somehow stems from my mood disorders, but I find a lot of value in my emotions. That said, I actively work to try and get my subconscious and conscious minds to communicate better. I have told my subconscious over and over again that these topics are not shameful. There's no shame in having a hand. There's no shame in having arthritis. There's no shame in being trustworthy. There's no shame in bipolar. These are aspects of me. They are traits. They are not outside of me. They are not happening to me. They are me. Just like I had to learn to use my hand, learn to be trustworthy. I had to learn to use my arthritis and my bipolar to my advantage. My patience stems from my arthritis. I couldn't run, so I patiently walked. When you can't do everything you were able to do the day before, you just have to learn to be patient. How I react to obstacles in my life, I believe, stems from learning to deal with bipolar. I can't control what obstacles come my way. However, I can control my reaction to them. I love this quote from Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I'll go ahead and link it down below. He says, "In the space between stimulus and how we respond lies our freedom to choose. We may have limited choices, but we can always choose. We can choose our values and live by principles. It is the choice of acting or being acted upon. I have chosen my values, and I try to act accordingly. So no, I didn't feel vulnerable or brave. I felt honest." Stars, that's what I want for you. I want you to find your values, not the ones you were told you needed to have, but the values that represent who you want to be. By practicing over and over your own values, then I want you to be brave and vulnerable. Lean into that discomfort. Chase down that fear until you have quieted your subconscious. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Life More Radiant. We only grow by facing down the challenges that enter our life, or by listening to those who have already conquered their challenges and have the knowledge to share with the rest of us. If this video resonated with you, please share it with others. Until I see you again, stars, let your brightness shine. Okay, thank you to those who have stayed to the end of this video. I wanted to take a moment and share with you an experience I had from back in high school. My right knee had swollen up to the size of a grapefruit, like a large grapefruit. I had to go to the doctor, and they had to use an absurdly large needle to drain the fluid off my knee and then inject it with cortisone to help bring down the inflammation in the knee itself. After the procedure, I was told that I was going to have to be in a wheelchair for a week. Once you take a moment there, I had to be in a wheelchair in high school for a week. Do you know how uncomfortable other people are with wheelchairs? Other people, though, not my friends. My friends rolled with it. Literally. They sat me on the floor and stole my wheelchair. They decided to take it to the top of the ramp in our main hall of the high school and ride it down to the bottom over and over again, taking turns. As you can imagine, the principal was not happy when he saw us doing this. Well, saw them doing it. I was sitting there. He comes stomping up, all angry. "Whose chair is this?" I was like, "Oh, that's my chair." He made it very clear that he was not going to put up with us doing this again. Of course, as teenagers, we found this very hilarious, But the lesson here is to have fun. Enjoy what you have, where you are. Life is wonderful. You just have to let it be.
Sorry, I think I left my phone in the bathroom. Sorry to interrupt your recording.
Oh my God. Blah, blah, blah.